A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4.
And we'll see a return here from the end.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble in the opening kickoff, just not the person you obviously want to say.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally.
Gray will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? To throw on second down, Chamberlain. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble and cut him in trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Handoff now. It's Gray with it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Eric Gray with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Chamberlain. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Chris Jones, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Off-play action. Chamberlain. Under pressure, they got him again. With Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And these guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Richardson to the air on first down. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now with Gray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Eric Gray with career touchdown number 70. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
To throw on third down, Chamberlain. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball is right on the money and leads to a big play.
The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Chamberlain. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Chamberlain. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Richardson off the play fake. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving the yard up to the 42.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. These 2 teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Richardson working from the gun. Open man. And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions get a bit closer. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Off play action, Richardson. This is caught by Addison. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Richardson back to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He will push his way down to about the 14. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Chamberlain. Eluding the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun on 3rd down. Chamberlain. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wolf on now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least in the field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And goes for a gain of 31. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Over the middle, complete to Addison. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis and Brandon Garden getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead to get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to love what they saw in that 1st half.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Richardson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Richardson looking to throw. Flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Chamberlain. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Chamberlain. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Taken at about the 36. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 39 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. And that will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look, and now off to the races down the right side. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this pass caught by Gray. Touchdown, Vikings! Aaron Gray, 34 yards. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Chamberlain. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again. Chamberlain. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Pushing his way inside the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the option left, Richardson. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On third down, here's Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Chamberlain. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Chamberlain. That is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Chamberlain. Well, this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On first down, Chamberlain. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver, all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's Gray on 2nd down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Read option. This is Gray. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.